I remember when I was a young man, always on the move and not thinking twice about my body's little signals. Back then, it never occurred to me how a simple change in what I ate could alter my whole day, or even my mood. Over the years, as I've come to appreciate the little things in life, like a good laugh, a warm cup of tea, or even a healthy meal, I've learned that the secret to feeling better as you grow older isn't hidden in a fancy pill, but often lies in something as natural as the food on your plate. Today, I want to share with you some wisdom that has been slowly gathered over decades. A gentle reminder that as we age, our bodies deserve care that is simple, honest, and rooted in nature. Now, I know many of us have faced the discomfort of digestive troubles, and for some of us that means battling constipation. It's not just about discomfort. It affects your whole day, your energy levels, and your overall happiness. There was a time when I thought that occasional bouts of constipation were simply part of getting older, something I just have to live with. But through trial, error, and countless cups of herbal tea, I discovered that the right foods can bring relief and comfort, almost like a trusted friend lending a hand. In this video, I'm going to share 5 specific foods that have helped me and many of my friends overcome constipation, even well into our golden years. Before we get further into the details, I'd like to know where you're joining us from, and if you get any value from these videos, a like and subscribe would mean a lot. Your feedback helps me understand what matters most to you and keeps our conversation genuine and down to earth. Now, let's talk about some natural ways to help your digestion and bring a little more comfort to your day. Let me begin by saying that I'm no expert in fancy medical jargon, but I've lived long enough to have learned that our bodies have a way of communicating what they need. And sometimes that need is as simple as adding the right kind of food to your diet. After the age of 60, our digestive system doesn't always work like it used to, and constipation can become an unwelcome guest. But worry not, my friends, there are natural ways to encourage your digestive tract to get back into a healthy rhythm. In my many years, I've come to believe that nature offers the best remedies. I remember a time when I was forced to rely on a lot of over-the-counter solutions that promised relief but left me feeling a bit off. Instead, I turned to my garden and local markets, where I discovered foods that not only taste good but also help keep your system running smoothly. Today, I want to talk about 5 such foods that have been a game changer in managing constipation for me and many others in our community. Let's start with prunes. I know it sounds a bit old-fashioned, but prunes have been a trusted friend to many seniors. They're naturally high in fiber and contain a natural sugar called sorbitol, which helps soften the stool. I remember a time when I struggled with discomfort almost every day until I started including a small bowl of prunes in my morning routine. The results were almost immediate. A gentle nudge from nature reminding me that sometimes the simplest solutions are the best. In my experience, prunes can be enjoyed in a variety of ways. Some of you might prefer eating them as is, while others might blend them into a smoothie. There's even a tradition of cooking them into a compote that warms your heart on a cold morning. No matter how you take them, prunes are a reliable source of dietary fiber that helps stimulate your digestive system, easing constipation without harsh side effects. The next food I want to share is oats. When I was younger, I remember having a hearty bowl of oatmeal on chilly mornings, a meal that not only filled me up but also kept me feeling light and active throughout the day. Oats are a fantastic source of both soluble and insoluble fiber, meaning they work to keep your digestive system moving smoothly. After the age of 60, when our metabolism tends to slow down, having a high-fiber breakfast like oats can be a wonderful way to jumpstart your digestion. I often mix my oats with a variety of toppings, such as fresh fruit, a sprinkle of cinnamon, or even a drizzle of honey. Each addition not only enhances the flavor, but also brings extra nutrients to the table. The beauty of oats lies in their versatility and the fact that they can be easily incorporated into various meals. Whether you enjoy them as a porridge, in baked goods, or even in smoothies, oats provide a reliable boost to your digestive health that is both comforting and familiar. Another important food that has made a significant difference in my digestive health is leafy greens. Think of foods like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard. These vegetables are loaded with fiber, vitamins, and minerals, all of which work together to promote a healthy gut. I recall many years ago when I first started to understand the benefits of including more greens in my diet. It wasn't just about adding color to my plate, it was about giving my body the nutrients it needed to function well. Leafy greens are especially helpful because they help add bulk to your stool, making it easier to pass. I have often prepared a simple salad with a drizzle of olive oil and lemon juice, a recipe that has not only delighted my taste buds, but also contributed to my overall well-being. Whether you prefer your greens raw, steamed, or lightly sautéed, they can make a world of difference in keeping your digestive system active and comfortable. Moving on, legumes have been another food that I have embraced for their digestive benefits. Foods like lentils, chickpeas, and beans are high in fiber and protein, making them excellent for maintaining a healthy gut. I wasn't always a fan of legumes in my younger days, but as I grew older, I learned to appreciate their versatility and nourishment. They can be the star of a hearty stew, a comforting soup, or even a simple salad, and they bring a robust flavor that warms you from the inside out. One of my favorite memories is of sitting down with friends and family around a big table, sharing a meal where legumes took center stage. There was something incredibly satisfying about knowing that the food we shared was not only delicious, but also gentle on our bodies. Legumes can be a bit challenging if you're not used to them, so I recommend introducing them slowly into your diet and drinking plenty of water. Over time, you'll find that they become a vital part of your meal rotation, contributing to both your energy and digestive comfort. The fifth and final food I want to highlight today is flax seeds. These tiny seeds pack a mighty punch when it comes to promoting good digestion. Flax seeds are rich in both soluble and insoluble fiber, and they have been known to ease constipation by helping to move food through your digestive tract. I first encountered flax seeds when a close friend, who had a knack for natural remedies, suggested that I sprinkle them on my morning yogurt or blend them into my smoothies. Skeptical at first, I soon found that even a small amount could have a noticeable effect on my overall digestive comfort. What I love about flax seeds is that they're incredibly easy to incorporate into your daily routine. They have a mild, nutty flavor that doesn't overpower your food, making them a perfect addition to almost any meal. Whether you're mixing them into your cereal or baking them into bread, flax seeds provide a natural boost to your fiber intake without any fuss. Remember, as with all foods, it's important to stay hydrated when you increase your fiber consumption, so be sure to drink plenty of water throughout the day. Now, I'd like to share some personal reflections. Over the years, I've seen many changes in my health and lifestyle. I've learned that our bodies are remarkably resilient, but they also require care that evolves as we age. When I first noticed that my digestive system wasn't as responsive as it used to be, I felt frustrated and a bit defeated. I tried everything from prescription medications to over-the-counter solutions, but nothing seemed to offer the gentle relief I was looking for. It was only when I turned to the natural remedies that I truly found a change. These 5 foods, prunes, oats, leafy greens, legumes, and flax seeds, weren't a miracle cure, but they offered me a balanced, natural approach to dealing with constipation. There's a deep satisfaction in knowing that something as simple as changing what I ate could have such a profound impact on how I felt every day. I've always believed that the simplest advice often holds the deepest wisdom, and these foods have been a testament to that truth. I recall a time when I was visiting a friend in another state, and we spent an afternoon reminiscing about the old days. Amid our stories, the topic of health came up naturally. My friend, who had battled similar digestive issues, was amazed when I shared how I had turned my diet around. We laughed about the days when we'd ignore our bodies, and then marveled at how a few natural ingredients could make us feel so much better. It's moments like these that remind me that sometimes the best medicine isn't found in a pill bottle, but in the simple act of nourishing yourself with foods that nature intended for us. Let's talk a bit about how you can bring these foods into your daily life. I understand that making changes to your diet can seem overwhelming, especially if you've been set in your ways for many years. But remember, it doesn't have to be a drastic overhaul. Start small. For instance, try adding a handful of oats to your breakfast or tossing a few leafy greens into your lunchtime salad. It might seem like a minor change, but over time, these small steps can lead to a big difference in how you feel. For those of you who might be hesitant about legumes, I'd suggest beginning with a small portion a couple of times a week. You might start by adding a spoonful of chickpeas to your salad or a few lentils to your soup. The key is to listen to your body and adjust as needed. It's not about forcing yourself to eat something that doesn't feel right. It's about finding the balance that works for you. And don't forget to stay well hydrated. Water is your best friend when it comes to fiber. Flax seeds too can be introduced gradually. Start by mixing a teaspoon into your yogurt or smoothie and see how your body responds. If you find that it helps, you can slowly increase the amount over time. The beauty of these foods is that they are flexible and can be adapted to suit your tastes and lifestyle. Whether you're an early riser who enjoys a hearty breakfast or someone who prefers a light meal later in the day, there's a way to incorporate these foods into your routine without feeling overwhelmed. I must also share that not every day will be perfect. Even with the best of intentions and a mindful approach to eating, there will be days when your body doesn't cooperate. I've had my share of setbacks, days when I felt that despite eating well, my digestive system was stubborn and unresponsive. In those moments, I learned the importance of patience and persistence. The journey to better health isn't always a straight line. It's a winding path with ups and downs. When you experience a setback, don't be discouraged. Instead, view it as part of the learning process. Maybe your body needs a little more time to adjust, or perhaps it's a sign to try something slightly different. For example, if you find that legumes are causing discomfort one day, give your body a break and focus on the other foods. I've learned that the key is to listen to your body's signals and be flexible in your approach. It's not about perfection, it's about progress, however small it may seem. There were times when I felt frustrated by my own body's unpredictability, but I soon realized that each setback was a lesson in resilience. With each challenge, I learned a little more about what my body needed and how best to support it. And if there's one thing I want you to take away from my experiences, it's that compassion for yourself is as important as any dietary change. Be kind, be patient, and trust that your body, with a little care, will respond in its own time. Beyond these 5 foods, there are some additional tips that I've picked up along the way that have helped maintain my digestive health. One of the most important things is to keep moving. I'm not talking about running marathons or lifting heavy weights. Just a gentle walk around the block can stimulate your digestion and help your body process food more effectively. I often take a slow stroll in the early morning or after a meal, and it's a habit that has served me well over the years. Another tip is to pay attention to your meal timing. I found that eating smaller, more frequent meals rather than a few large ones helped prevent that overwhelming feeling of fullness and kept my digestive system active throughout the day. It's a simple adjustment, but one that makes a noticeable difference in how your body handles food. And while we're talking about food, it's worth mentioning that sometimes the best remedy is as simple as a good glass of water. Keeping yourself hydrated is perhaps the simplest and most effective way to help your digestion along. I also learned that having a little bit of routine goes a long way. A regular eating schedule, even if it's not perfectly timed, helps signal your body when to expect food, which in turn helps regulate your digestive rhythm. Over the years, I've experimented with different routines until I found one that worked for me. I encourage you to be open to small changes. Sometimes a slight tweak in your schedule can lead to big improvements in your overall comfort and health. I'd like to share a few real-life stories that I believe will resonate with many of you. One of my dear friends, Margaret, had been struggling with constipation for years. She had tried numerous remedies, but nothing seemed to provide lasting relief. When she started incorporating these 5 foods into her diet, the change was gradual but unmistakable. Within a few weeks, she found that her discomfort lessened, and she could enjoy her daily activities without the constant worry of digestive distress. Margaret's journey wasn't a sudden transformation. It was a slow, steady improvement that reminded her, and all of us, that nature often holds the key to healing. Then there was George, another longtime friend who used to be skeptical about the power of natural foods. George had relied heavily on medications to manage his symptoms, but the side effects left him feeling more tired than helped. When he decided to give these natural remedies a try, starting with a bowl of oatmeal every morning and a handful of leafy greens at lunch, he noticed that his overall energy levels improved. George began to believe in the gentle power of these foods, and over time, his digestive troubles became less frequent. His story is a testament to the fact that sometimes the most straightforward changes can lead to profound benefits. I've also heard from many others who've embraced these dietary adjustments, each with their own unique journey. Some found that starting the day with prunes gave them the relief they'd been searching for, while others discovered that flax seeds were the perfect addition to their already balanced meals. These stories are not just about food, they're about reclaiming control over one's health, finding comfort in routine, and rediscovering the joy of living without the constant nagging of discomfort. They remind us that every small step towards better health is a victory worth celebrating. As we talk about these 5 foods, it's important to remember that they're just one part of a larger picture. A balanced lifestyle, which includes proper sleep, regular physical activity, and time for relaxation, is equally important. In my many years, I've learned that taking care of your digestion is not solely about what you eat. It's about how you live. I try to incorporate quiet moments into my day, whether it's a short walk, a bit of gardening, or simply sitting with a good book. These moments of calm are vital to helping your body digest food and reduce stress, which in turn can improve your overall health. You might wonder, what if I don't like one of these foods? Well, that's perfectly all right. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to health, and the goal is to find what works best for you. Perhaps you'll find that you prefer the comfort of oats over the tang of prunes. Or maybe you'll discover that a hearty salad of leafy greens does wonders for you. The key is to be open to experimentation and to give yourself the grace to try new things without pressure. Each small change you make is a step towards better health, and that is something to be proud of. Let's get a bit practical here. For those who aren't sure where to start, I suggest planning your meals ahead of time. It doesn't have to be elaborate. A simple weekly menu can help you incorporate these 5 foods into your routine without much fuss. For instance, you might decide that on Mondays and Thursdays you'll have a bowl of oats with a handful of flax seeds for breakfast, while on Tuesdays and Fridays you might enjoy a salad rich in leafy greens and legumes for lunch. On weekends, treat yourself to a few prunes as a snack or even as part of a dessert. By planning ahead, you remove the guesswork and ensure that your body is consistently receiving the fiber it needs to function well. I also encourage you to keep a small journal where you note any changes in your digestion and overall mood. Tracking your progress can be very motivating, and it allows you to adjust your diet based on what feels best for your body. Over time, you might notice patterns. Perhaps certain foods work better for you on busy days, Or maybe you find that a gentle walk after dinner complements your meal plan perfectly. These little observations can be the guiding light on your journey to better health. In closing, I want to thank you for joining me on this journey today. Over the decades, I've learned that our best wisdom often comes from the simple truths of nature and the quiet moments of everyday life. There's a deep satisfaction in knowing that, even as we grow older, we still have the power to nurture our bodies and souls with kindness and care. I hope the advice I've shared today, rooted in years of experience and genuine love for a healthy life, resonates with you and inspires you to take gentle steps towards improved well-being. Remember, it isn't about making drastic changes overnight, but about being patient with yourself and trusting that small, consistent efforts can yield great rewards. Whether it's savoring a bowl of oats in the morning or enjoying a simple salad of leafy greens for lunch, every choice you make is a tribute to the life you've lived and the future you continue to build. Your health, like your journey through life, is a collection of moments, each one a chance to make a positive change. Thank you for spending your time with me today, and I hope that you found this conversation as comforting and insightful as I have. Your well-being is important, and I'm honored to be part of your journey toward a more comfortable, natural way of living. Until next time, take care, stay hydrated, enjoy your meals, and remember, nature has many gentle gifts to offer those willing to listen.